Good morning to one and all, class 12th. This is the sixth video of this chapter, chapter number 5, Indigo, from your book Flamingo. So, previously we have read that how Gandhiji took efforts for that movement and how he take notice of each and every condition of that particular place, Champaran, and how everything could not escape from Gandhiji's eye, and how he assigned the task to his wife Kasturbai to talk to them about the women's state, about the state of education, about the state of health condition that were bad in that state, and how Gandhiji arranged a doctor who was like ready to volunteer his service for 6 months over there in Champaran. So, and how Gandhiji kept in touch with the ashram, and he sent continuous instruction to the through the telegrams, and asked for financial account and all these things. So let's read the chapter from your with this paragraph first. The Champaran episode was a turning point in Gandhiji's life. What I did, he explained, was a very ordinary thing. I declared that the British could not order me about in my own country. But Champaran did not begin as an act of defense. It defiance grew out of an attempt to alleviate the distress of large number of poor peasants. This was the typical Gandhiji pattern. His politics were intertwined with the practical day-to-day problems of the millions. He was not a loyalty to abstractions. It was the loyalty to living human beings. In everything Gandhiji did, moreover, he tried to mold a new free Indian who could stand on his own feet and thus make India free. So here the Champaran episode had a significant effect on Gandhiji's life, and he explained that it was a very ordinary thing that he did. तो उन्होंने कहा मैंने ऐसा कुछ special नहीं करा, ये बहुत ordinary thing है, and he made it clear that he could not be asked to follow any order by British in his own country. So वो अपने ही देश में ब्रिटिश लोगों का एज सच कोई ऑर्डर फॉलो नहीं करेंगे. बट चंपारण's example could not be termed as an act of defiance for him, and it was the result and attempt here to large number of peasants there. So this was like, you can say that typically the Gandhiji's pattern, his politics ran like hand in hand with practical or day-to-day problems of lack of people, and he was not devoted to an abstract idea, rather he was like devoted to living beings and human beings. So he was his concept, and whatever Gandhiji did, his main objective was to help on to develop a new free Indian who knew how to stand for his own, or like on his own feet, and in this way Gandhiji free India emerged. So how he did all these things. So early in Champaran action. So let's read from your early in Champaran action. Charles Freer Andrews, the English pacifist who had become a devoted follower of Mahatma, came to bid Gandhiji farewell before going on a tour of duty to the Fiji island. Gandhiji lawyer friends thought it would be a good idea for Andrews to stay in Champaran and help them. Andrews was willing if Gandhiji agreed, but Gandhiji was vehemently opposed. He said, "You think that in this equal fight, it would be helpful if we have an Englishman on our side. This shows the weakness of your heart. This causes just you must rely upon yourselves to win the battle. You should not seek a prop in Mr. Andrews because he happens to be an Englishman." He had read our minds correctly. Rajendra Prasad comments, and we had no reply. Gandhiji in this way taught up a lesson in self-reliance, Indian independence, and helped to sharecroppers. We were all bound together. So here in these lines, in the beginning, when the Champaran movement, where the Charles Freer Andrew, जो कि इंग्लिश पेसिफिस्ट थे, जिन्होंने स्टार्ट करा महात्मा गांधी को फॉलो करना रेगरस रिलीजियसली, केम टू गांधी जी टू से गुड बाय। गांधी जी को गुड बाय कहने आए एज ही वॉज लीविंग फॉर फिजी आइलैंड फॉर अ टूर ऑफ ड्यूटी, क्योंकि वो फिजी आइलैंड जा रहे थे टूर ऑफ ड्यूटी के लिए। एंड गांधी जी लॉयर कंपेनियन वर ऑफ द व्यू दैट इट वुड बी गुड आइडिया ऑफ एंड्रयू स्टेड इन। और गांधी जी के लॉयर का ये आइडिया था कि अगर एंड्रयू उनके साथ रहता है चंपारण में हेल्प करने के लिए, सो एंड्रयू वॉज रेडी टू डू दैट ओनली वॉज गांधी जी परमिटेड। और एंड्रयू ये कब करना चाहता था, जब गांधी जी उसे परमिट करें, बट गांधी जी रिफ्यूज। सो हियर गांधी जी ने रिफ्यूज कर दिया या मना कर दिया without giving it a second thought, बिना कुछ सोचे. So he said, you think you have an Englishman in our side. तुम्हें लगता है कि तुम्हारी तरफ एक इंग्लिशमैन है, will prove helpful in this unequal fight. सो वो तुम्हें हेल्पफुल लगता है कि वो तुम्हारी फाइट में है, बट इट शोज़ नथिंग बट द वीकनेस ऑफ योर हार्ट. ये कुछ नहीं शो करता है बट तुम्हारे हार्ट की वीकनेस शो करता है. सो वी आर फाइटिंग फॉर अ नोबल कॉज एंड मस्ट हैव फेथ इन आवरसेल्व्स टू विन द बैटल. सो हम एक नोबल कॉज के लिए फाइट कर रहे हैं एंड हमारा खुद पर पहले भरोसा होना चाहिए. सो डोंट थिंक दैट मिस्टर एंड्रू विल बी योर प्रॉप बिकॉज ही इज़ लाइक बाई चांस एन इंग्लिश मैन. तो आपको ये नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि मिस्टर एंड्रू जो है वो इंग्लिश मैन है तो यू विल यूज़ हिम एज अ प्रॉप. और ही हैड नोन वॉट ही हैड इन आवर माइंड एंड राजेंद्र प्रसाद says, and we were out of reply that this was Gandhi ji way to teach a lesson in self reliance. और इस तरह गांधी जी ने सबको एक पाठ पढ़ाया दैट इज़ कि किस तरह खुद पे भरोसा होना चाहिए. यू हैव टू फर्स्ट सेल्फ रिलाई ऑन योर सेल्फ ओनली. एंड सेल्फ रिलायंस इज़ लाइक द इंडियन इंडिपेंडेंस एंड हेल्प टू शेयर क्रॉपर्स वर कनेक्टेड टू वन अनदर. एंड किस तरह ये लोग आपस में एक दूसरे से कनेक्ट हुए विद अ कॉमन पर्पस, और इन सबका एक कॉमन पर्पस था. सो दिस इज़ द एंड ऑफ योर चैप्टर योर. एंड योर किस तरह जो है फ्रीडम. सो यू कैन से दैट हम इस बात से पूरी तरह एग्री करते हैं दैट हाउ a good leader has many such qualities like are found in ordinary people, and a good leader is a selfless fellow with a sharp point of view, and he leads and set an example for others to follow. So here his methods, like Gandhi ji's method to deal with the situation is like unique and aimed to the welfare of all, because he is a good speaker and put his point of view clearly, and he does not influence people, rather he takes their suggestion. So this is the like biggest quality of a leader, and that he will always work for his people. So here the rich and powerful system with the like money and power and poor threatened and with life daring raise voice. So I don't think to poor of India are free from fear after independence. So here is your chapter, students. I will send you soon so the PDFs of this chapter. Thank you. Stay safe.